By rewatching Seabound, I sort of started to feel like we were exploring the elements. Something the last 11 at season 11 to Crystallize did perfectly up to Crystallize, really, had explored each ninja's power. Kai and Zane in season 11, Jay's in season 13, season 12, sorry, which I don't really get how we explored electricity at all. Season 13, we explored Cole's power and Cole in general, which was amazing. Season 14, Seabound, we discovered more about Neil, and in Crystallized, it was supposed to just be about Lloyd, which failed. But in realism, we've only ever explored the main 5 elements, not including Lloyd. We've explored water heavily, where even in Seabound, we were told that water isn't one of the elements the first Ninja Master controlled. So, powers that ever been controlled by the first Ninja Master have obviously a lot in-depth story, has a lot of arcs to it. So powers like the time power, the shade and ash and smoke, ashes, smoke, sorry, any sort of elemental power that has existed prior to the first Ninja Master, he's used. But powers like water and wind, amber, energy, technology, and heat realistically, but we'll talk about them later, are powers that first Ninja Master never controlled. Now, let's be real for a second. What powers he didn't control, like heat and basically technology, is probably because the merge created those powers. So a different story, I should include fusion too, is a total different story, as they're brand new elements. There's something new for the time, and I would include in the girl Zetrix's power too, as I think that's something for the time of Geddon, that power should be explored properly then and there. An interesting thing we do need to go off of, though, is why didn't he control water or wind? He found apparently very hard to. Now, wind needs to be explored more, so that is an element we need to explore more in Dragon's Rising, something that they're exploring elements a bit here and there. So wind is a good one to start off with. Another element we should definitely start off with exploring next is amber. Apparently, the original master of Amber was from Metalonia, and sort of wanted to get a piece of the action of each elemental master. What he did, he was able to absorb some sort of radioactive energy, highly ununderstandable, to be honest. He was able to gain this power, and he was able to touch each elemental master to get their power. That's how, obviously, Skylar's mother got it, and then Skylar got it. And going for generation. So amber is an interesting element we should explore, and it shouldn't be left, and I'm really being honest, it shouldn't be left to some silly Lego.com advertisement. It should be explored heavily in the show. I know it's going back to roots of the old series, but you've got to put in a bit of roots too, yeah? And Skylar would definitely be a good way to explore it. Another one would be very interesting is Lloyd's energy power, as even in Season 8, the ninja don't even know what Lloyd's power is. By right, it is fire, lightning, earth, and ice, but we've only ever realistically at this point now seen 3 out of the 4 powers. We actually haven't really seen much of Zane's power being used. He used to use it in the first 2 seasons, but 1, 2, and 3, fire, lightning, earth, he's used frequently for the series. I would like to see this explored more, and please let me know your thoughts in the comments. What element do you want to see explored most? Even if it's one of the other ninjas' elemental powers or even Sora's power, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.